a bunch of comic 1v1s. Who's coming out on top? Alright, so in the first round, we've got Sentry taking on the Silver Surfer. And for most of these guys, I'm going to use their average levels of power because, again, with comics, it's always crazy inconsistent. Or you have one-off shoots where you have one person who's extremely powerful in one issue and another issue he's extremely weak. So we're going to use average levels of power. And I do have average levels of Sentry being above the average Silver Surfer. For the most part, Silver Surfer is literally the weakest of all Galactus' minions, first of all. Plus, he's usually beaten or like taken out by some average levels of power sometimes, right? So I do have Sentry coming out on top. Next, we've got Dr. Fate taking on the Scarlet Witch, and I've been flamed for what I think about the Scarlet Witch, but for this one, I think I'm going to give it to Dr. Fate, and the biggest reason I'm giving it is because, first of all, it's Chaos versus Order, and so it should be a pretty close matchup, but the only difference is Dr. Fate more or less uses his own power, while Wanda has to borrow power from external sources. So to me, that's a negative. If you don't have your own power and you have to borrow it, that's a loss to your own character. Because if she loses the Darkhold or whatever conduit she's using for chaos magic, she becomes way weaker, right? So I usually have her lower scaling because of that. And for the most part, Dr. Fate is like the DC version of the Sorcerer Supreme. So I do have him above Scarlet Witch. Well, you can definitely make arguments for either way because, again, comics are crazy inconsistent. And then finally, we've got, that looks like Allfather. Yeah, that looks like Allfather Odin taking on Darkseid, and I'll give this one to Darkseid any day of the week. Darkseid is literally the God Eater, the antithesis, the evil embodiment. I do have him beating Odin in basically any form. Because, right, that's what Darkseid does. Darkseid eats new gods. I'm pretty sure Odin would technically be considered a new god, but from Marvel, right? So I do have Darkseid winning this. And even if you have to put their armies against each other, I still having Darkseid's Apocalypse army coming out on top. The only problem would maybe be Thor, but not including those guys. If it's just a 1v1 or army versus army, I'll still think Darkseid takes it. But let me know if you agree or not in the comments below.